Guys, we're back. We're back. I want to tell you about a guy that I know. Let's call him Tobias, right? So I'm not hotting out who he is. But Tobias is the kind of man every woman says they want. Hardworking, faithful, good job, generous. Maybe a bit too generous, if I'm honest with you, right? And he might even be watching this right now. So if you are, bless up to my brother Tobias. I hope you're a good brother. He's even giving the green light to share this as well. So anyway, he met this woman one night at a friend's party. We're talking years ago. She was pretty, full of energy. And you know when I say she had a real good vibe about her? Well, at least on the surface anyway. But as Tobias got to know this woman, he started noticing something deeper. She always seemed to be struggling. Little comments here and there. Her money's tight. My ex messed up my credit. I just wish I could get my life together. You know that kind of talk that sounds innocent, but over time, it starts to paint a bigger picture. Anyway, Tobias, being the good guy he was, stepped in. He started helping, paid for dinners, gave her rides, while at the same time, he was teaching her how to drive and that. Taking her shopping, helped her find a new job. He even covered her rent 1 month because she was about to be on the streets. So she says anyway, right? But you know what? She did actually seem grateful for what he was doing, for her. She told him how much she appreciated him. She said things like, "You're such a good man. I don't know what I'd do without you." But here's the thing. Tobias mistook gratitude for love because about 6 months into the relationship, he started to notice a pattern. Like whenever he stopped helping, she became distant. Like if he didn't fix her problems, she got upset. If he asked her for emotional support, she was suddenly too tired or going through too much right now. And one night he asked her, right, does she even love him or does she just love what he does for her? And she answered, you know them half-hearted responses. Like it was one of them. That's when it hit him. He wasn't in a relationship. He was in a rescue mission. And the crazy thing is, right, I still see so many men fall into this same trap today. Like a lot of guys who meet women, like I said, are struggling. Or let's be real, just looking for handouts. Like they come with baggage, drama, and a wish list, straight up. And because a lot of men are raised to be providers, they'll step in thinking, if I help her, she'll love me, or if I provide, she'll stay. And the truth is, if you do provide for her, she probably will stay. But that's the part we need to talk about. And I'll get into that in a second. But the truth is, right, love built on dependency isn't love. It's straight up survival. Like when someone's only with you, right, because you make their life easier, that relationship is conditional. Like you've heard what Chris Rock said, right? Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something. And honestly, that is some real telling you. Because the moment you stop solving her problems, 90% of them will either leave or worse, they'll actually stay and start resenting you, right? Because they've never built the foundation of their own. Like I say this all the time. A lot of men who level up financially, I don't get why they leave the women who held them down from the jump. Like the women who were there when they had nothing. And then they go and get with the women who wouldn't have even looked their way if they didn't have no money or status. Like what's even crazier is the women that they left were still showing love. They were still loyal. They were still respectful. They were still willing to build. And they was actually happy with them. So it don't even make any sense. But anyway, let me get back to it. Tobias finally realized that he was being drained. He was just giving and giving, but nothing was being poured back into him. So he did something hard. He sat her down and said, he let her know that he cared about her, but he can't be the one fixing her life. He needs a partner, someone that's willing to build with him, and someone that he doesn't have to save. You know what she did? She just got up and left. Just like that, gone. At first, I'm telling you, he was crushed. But then something unexpected happened. He started dating differently. He took advice from people who had more experience, and he stopped chasing women who were just looking to be saved. Instead, he started seeking women who already had their own lives together, or at least showed that they're willing to work on themselves. Women who wanted a partner, not a savior. He started looking for someone who was Not just ambitious and independent, but also kind, loyal, family focused, respectful, and emotionally mature. Like, don't get me wrong, she didn't have to be financially stable, but she had to bring peace and not chaos. And she had to take accountability when necessary. Now, did he come across a lot of women like that? No. Like, let's be honest. We know in today's world, it's rare. So if you got that, honestly, you better grab hold of her with both hands, mate. Like don't let her go, bro. Honestly. But yeah, that's exactly why he stopped aligning himself with anyone who couldn't offer that. And if he did meet someone who didn't meet those standards, he kept it casual, just fun, nothing more. And since then, his entire experience with relationships changed. Men, you've got to understand this. You are not a project manager, a therapist, or a financial aid officer. Unless you actually are, but not for these women, right? You are not here to rescue someone from their own chaos. If a woman only values you for what you can provide, your money, your resources, your ability to clean up her mess, brothers, that's not love. That's straight need. And need will disappear the moment you stop fulfilling it. Instead, you need to date a woman who are whole on their own. Women who choose you for who you are and not just for what you can do for them. Like I always tell guys this straight up. Ask yourself, if I lost everything tomorrow, would you still be by my side? Like if the answer's no, or if you have to second guess this, then deep down, you already know the truth. Straight up. Like stop dating women who are just looking for help. Start building with women who are looking for love, man. It's tough. It's going to be tough to find it, but that's how it is. Straight up. And you know what? That's it from me. We out. Peace.